This is a really big issue for me, and I highlighted it immediately. I've only been in office since January, and it was one of the things that I actually talked about on the campaign trail throughout the city of Philadelphia. We have protections for homeowners who live in the home, so owner-occupied units, where in many instances, in certain instances, your taxes would not increase because you live there. But there are not the same protections if, for example, you have a property where you've had a long-term, low-income tenant. You don't want to even pass on the property tax increase, but your house gets assessed at much higher, and suddenly you bear the burden of paying those taxes, or you're going to pass it on to the tenant that you didn't even want to evict or pass it on to them. So unfortunately, what I've uncovered is we have a problem that my colleagues try to help us with every year, which is the uniformity clause in Pennsylvania. And we are not allowed to do this in the simple way that I want to take care of the problem. I'm currently working on it. I'm getting very close to introducing something that will help to and offset this to some degree for landlords, but it was not as simple as I wanted it to be because you couldn't treat landlords differently under the uniformity clause of Pennsylvania. I'm still thinking all the time, trust me, this is a really big issue for me. I think that you have long-term tenants who've been living in neighborhoods, you've got really good landlords who want to keep them there. I've heard time and time again from landlord tenant 101 workshops that I've done in neighborhoods. Up at Temple and various other parts of the city where they say, I've lived here for 30 years and now my landlord's taxes are going up and I can't stay here any longer. And that's just unacceptable. And I promise you I'm going to work as hard as I can to keep trying to figure out other ways to take care of this. And stay tuned because I think you'll see something that you like. But it's a problem that hopefully we can get a state solution on at some point.
There is legislation that we've passed at a state level. It was our colleague Jared Solomon in the House called, I think it's House Bill 581, I want to say, but we can check this. But it was in part to allow for abatements tax abatements for affordable housing for property owners and single family homeowners across the city of Philadelphia. It was only adopted then by council in a very small section of the city, but it still has the potential to be expanded. I mean, it is Commonwealth-wide, but it could be expanded to the entire city. And so, this would merit further conversation. But I think that was a really exceptional bill. It was extremely bipartisan, and we hope that could ease some burdens, not specifically with the assessment issue, but with just overall.
I also just introduced a resolution calling on the city to extend the deadlines by which you could get a first level review and also file an appeal for when they will accept your appeal for your property tax assessments. And we've asked the city to go as far as March 31st, 2025, when they will accept your appeals for your property taxes. And we've had verbal agreement that they are very willing to give people much more time.